Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome to another video. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to give you my best tips that I can help you guys to control recoil better and just to be able to aim better overall in Apex Legends. Now, this is for controller players specifically, so I'm sorry mouse and keyboard players. I do not play on mouse and keyboard. This is for all the controller players, whether you're on PS4 or Xbox. Now, this is not going to be some crazy recoil control pattern guide where I'm going to study every gun. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there that you guys can check out for that. But I'm going to show you all my tips on how just to aim better, when to hit fire, when not to hit fire, and just control I guess better aim overall in fights, because it can get really hectic and I see a lot of people just spray a lot. So hopefully these tip videos will help you guys, and let's go ahead and dive right into the training area and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so the first thing you want to do is head over to the training area and I'll give you some of my tips that you can actually apply from here and to actual gameplay, which we'll dive in and look at some of my gameplay and analyze it. First thing I want to show y'all is my controller. So I use an Elite 2. My left paddle is A for jumping. My right paddle is X for reload or picking up items. Got my charging cord. You can see it right there. I use a little Inferno Control Freak off of Amazon. They just give a wider grip for my thumb. I like them. I guess it's subjective and up to you. But for those who are like, oh, he's using a Strike Pack or Cronus, no, I use an Elite 2, and I've got a controller cam to prove that also. So I'm going to show you that. So the first tip I want to give you guys, let's go ahead and look at my settings. This is not a settings video. I'm not going to go through them all, but I want to show y'all I run a 4.4 Classic, okay? You're like, why is that important? Because I've been running a 4.4 on Classic probably since Season 3. I rarely ever change it. I probably go to 5.5 or 5.4 every now and again, but I always find myself back on 4.4. You're like, why is that important? Because the number one tip I can give you guys for better aim and better recoil control is going to be muscle memory. Okay, so your muscle memory is the biggest thing I can't stress enough to get better aim and recoil control. You're like, what is muscle memory? That's where your muscles memorize and act on behalf of your brain. You don't have to constantly think about it all the time. They just do it naturally because your muscles are used to it. It's the same way if you shoot a basketball over and over again the same way for a week, you're just going to pick it up naturally and shoot it that way. All right, so now imagine that you shoot the basketball differently every single day, then you're going to have issues and you're going to miss your shots, right? It's the same thing in Apex. If you are constantly changing your settings around to mimic me, mimic any kind of pro player, anybody that you watch on YouTube or streaming, if you constantly change your settings to try to, figure out what you like and everything, and you're changing it every day or every couple days, your recoil and aim will never improve, I promise, because your muscle memory, you're always having to think. If you're thinking while you're fighting like all the time, like, oh, I'm trying to focus on my shots, you're not going to hit anything. So the reason why I'm saying this is you can get an idea for my settings with 4.4, but I do not recommend you constantly change it. So that's the first tip, muscle memory. You guys find what's best for you. That's the best settings for each individual player. It's whatever you're comfortable with, and then you go from there. Okay, so after you magically got your muscle memory down within the past 2 minutes of me talking, then I'm going to give you my next tip. My second tip, now this sounds kind of crazy, just hang with me, is going to be aim with your left stick just like your right. You're like, that makes no sense. Your left stick moves and your right aims. I understand that. Just bear with me. So in Apex, movement is basically the key to this game, right? Everybody likes to move, strafe, and feel fluent. Aiming with my left stick is me guiding my right stick, okay? And I'll explain this. So if you see my hand right now, I will always hold my right thumb like down. That's basically every recoil pattern for each gun. If you don't hold your right thumb on your thumbstick, just shoot. Every gun's going to kick up. I'm not going to talk about every gun's recoil pattern. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there. But for the Volt and most guns, I literally just hold it and slightly down to the left. I mean, that's basically all I'm doing. And you just correct it as you go along. Now, I don't sit here and do like this and not move my character. I will always be guiding my bullets with my left thumbstick. And so you will see me barely move my right thumbstick, and then I will guide with my left. My right, if you watch my recoil pattern, hardly moves because I just hold it in one place. This helps in most gunfights because you're fighting on level ground for the most part. Obviously, I don't want you to do like this and walk all the way over to your opponent. You have to aim with your right stick. But for the most part, when you are strafing and fighting teams up close, whatever it is, you're going to guide it with your left stick more than your right. It sounds stupid, but like, so if I'm shooting targets at a distance and I'm looking up, I will move to the target. So I'm not just going to sit here and try to focus and do this. I'm going to move with the target to kind of balance it out. I guess it doesn't make much sense until you actually practice it. So I'll show you a difference in my recoil pattern when I'm actually shooting these dummies. So let's take a look at it. So I will strafe left and right for these 3 dummies, and you look at my yellow dot and tell me the difference. I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate that target. Okay. Now I'm not going to move my left stick now, and you can see the recoil pattern is different because I'm having to focus on it so much and controlling it with my right stick alone. My left stick's not aiding it, and I actually miss more shots this way. Right there, it kicked up. It wasn't consistent. Right there, it spun around. You can see it how it kicked around like kind of like a 360 or counterclockwise. Now we're gonna do it again at distance. You can kind of see where I'm going with this, right? I'm literally trying to do everything with my right thumbstick, and I think that's what a lot of you guys do, is y'all just stand still and try to be so precise, and it's not helping y'all. Guide your right thumbstick with your left. I promise it is a lot better in aiming. This is how I fight every gunfight. You will never see me not moving. Even if I am sniping, you can see the difference in my recoil control. Even if I'm sniping, so let's pick up a sniper. I'm not going to stand still and snipe. You will rarely see me do this, like stand still and snipe, unless it's like a target super far away and I'm just trying to pinpoint him. But for the most part, if it's mid distance, I'm always strafing. It keeps your muscles, I guess, fluent, and it guides my bullets more. I mean, like I said, it makes no sense, but it's better than just standing here trying to hit every shot. You can see I'm R99 pulls left. Obviously, you don't want to strafe like way off the target. I just go left, right, left, right, left, right. You'll see it. And my right thumb hardly does anything. It's the same way, even if they're jumping above you guys, obviously you got to move your right thumbstick, but you will see me do the same thing. I'm going to sit there, and once they land level ground, this is me every time. I will never have to sit there and try to track them. I will move my thumbstick with their bodies, okay, if that makes sense. So practice with your left stick just like you would with your right. Constantly strafe while you're shooting the targets, and just hold your right thumbstick in one spot. I promise it'll make sense. Okay, so the next tip I'm gonna give you guys before we analyze some gameplay, and I will show you what I'm talking about with my left stick and right stick, is going to be going up to these dummies. I have talked about this in my dodging and better movement guide on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description below if you need to check that out. Basically, you need to know when to control recoil and aim better in Apex. You need to know when to ADS or when to hip fire. And to kind of explain this is the general rule of thumb I'm going to give you guys. If you're within 2 feet of your target, then you need to hip fire only. Don't aim down sights, okay? So if you're trying to aim down sights this close, this is not Call of Duty. This is Apex Legends. It's going to pull you every which way, because especially controller players, we do have aim assist. It is going to be hard to hit your target. Anytime you're within 2 feet, just get that general rule of thumb, you want to hip fire. If I'm within 5 feet, okay, so 5 feet or less, you will see me constantly go in and out of ADS. You're like, why is that? It's really hard to see your target if they're strafing really good, if you're locked down sights, and also you don't move as good or quickly if you are aimed down sights versus when you're not. So you will see me all the time pop in and out of ADS when I'm within 5 feet. Now, when I'm greater than 5 feet, obviously I'm just going to probably ADS, because it is ridiculously hard to hip fire somebody at distance. So remember, 2 feet, you're going to hip fire only. Within 5 feet, you can go in and out. You just practice on these dummies, and then greater than 5 feet, you'll ADS only. So let's go ahead and dive right into some gameplay, and I will show you what I'm talking about. Now, obviously, guys, you have to practice recoil control and aim with your right thumbstick, but that comes over time. Like I said, you have to understand the recoil pattern of the gun and practice aiming with your right thumbstick. But I'm just saying the left thumbstick is a help and a guide to help you aim better with your right thumbstick. So, looking at this right here, talking about ADS and when not to, you can see I aim down sights. She gets extremely close to me, and watch me kind of move back to my hip fire stage. So you saw me swap immediately. I cannot see targets that close up when I'm aimed down sights. You can see I'm starting to move. Now right here, I'm going to ADS only. Look how I strafe left and right while I hit every shot. Like you saw in the target range, my shot recoil is always going to probably be the same because I'm literally hardly moving my right thumbstick when they're straight and level. So if they're moving and jumping, it's a little different, but I'm always strafing. Right here, they are within that 5-foot marker, and I go in and out of ADS, and I'm able to kill that entire team. Okay, so this fight was pretty cool because this was a 1v3, and so right here you can see he's greater than 5 feet, ADS only. I'm able to hit that guy for 168. He backs up. So here comes two more, and this one was pretty neat because I had a Gibby with a massive shooting me in the back. So right here you can see greater than 5 feet. I am strafing left and right, guiding my bullets. I down him, get shot in the back. All right, here we go. So right here, obviously I'm dodging and moving, but look how I'm ADSing him, and I'm moving my left thumbstick to guide me to him. I'm able to escape that fight, and I actually win that battle and win that game. Same thing right here. You can see I'm going in and out of ADS because he's within that 5-foot marker. And if they're greater than it, you will see me ADS only. It's the same thing every single gunfight, guys, but watch my movement. I'm always going left and right. I'm guiding my right thumbstick every single time. Look, I'm moving with my target. I'll either move with her or I'll kind of strafe to the left to counter her, but I will never stand still. I feel like people are trying to aim way too hard with their right thumbstick when you're just standing still. Obviously, you got to practice aim and recoil control. That's not what I'm saying, but you will kind of see a pattern through these clips of when to ADS, when not to, and how to strafe. Basically, guys, I will move my right thumbstick where it needs to be. Obviously, you have to practice aiming, but my left thumbstick, once I get it there, is the guidance, as I've said over and over again. So basically, if I'm snapshotting a target, I put my right thumbstick where it needs to be, and then you will see me move left and right constantly with my left thumbstick to guide it. So if somebody it jumps up high, obviously I have to quickly move my right thumbstick, but I'll hold it in that spot and move my left thumbstick and strafe. That is the way you want to do it, guys, and you will see how I ADS a lot in this fight, how I go in and out, just hip fire, whatever it is, and you'll see, like I said, greater than 5 feet, ADS only. Within it, you kind of go within and out of it, so hip fire and ADS, and then within 2 feet, when you're pressed against the other opponent's chest, you want to hip fire only. I promise, guys, you need to work on these tips, and it will help you as much as possible, but the best tip I can give you guys is muscle memory. Please stop changing your settings around. You can get a basic idea from my settings, but I do not recommend you constantly change it, or it will affect your overall recoil and aiming. So guys, I really hope you like this video and these tips help you. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, please smash the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.